Hey, Coach, thanks for a few minutes. We will jump right in here with Greg Barnes. Go ahead.
Good morning, Jay. Mac told us a little bit ago that you actually made the decision to move up into the press box. So just wanted to get your opinion on why you did that and how you think it benefited the team on Saturday.
Sure. The main reason I wanted to go up there was I felt like, especially in the run game, I wasn't getting a great grasp of how they were blocking some things, in previous weeks' games, and then on third downs, third downs are so important today in defensive football, and Javon was up there and as the special teams coordinator, he's got to get the punt return team ready, and all those kind of things, and I just felt like we were lacking I wasn't getting some of the feedback that we needed, and so I went up there, and I think it was good for us. I think early on I was a little bit late with some calls. I think that was probably the biggest negative about it. But I do think I was able to see things better. I think we executed better. I think we were in the right call a little more. So I think it was good. And I think for the next foreseeable future, that'll probably be what we'll do.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Dina King, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, losing Jeremiah was huge blow to you guys, but beneficial for Power. What was your evaluation of him?
But it's Jeremiah obviously is a really good player for us and a great leader and kind of the guy that helps us run it out there. So when he got hurt, it was like when he got ejected, it was like, oh boy, what do we do? But like honestly, Dina, I wasn't that concerned. Like Power's prepared and Tommy's done a good job with him. And I there were some things we had to take out. There were some things that we had planned to go to in the second half with Jeremiah that we didn't feel as comfortable with Power doing. But he went in and played really well. And I thought Wake Forest identified he was out there and went to some different run schemes than they had been running, trying to get him out of whack. And I thought he did a really good job. So I was very confident he was going to go in there and play well, and he did. I thought he played really well.
I'll follow it with Jeremiah being on the sideline as basically another coach. How impressed was you with him being on the sidelines and keeping the guys into the game?
Yeah, Jeremiah's a great leader. That's exactly what I would have expected him to do.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ross Martin, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Bateman. Greg took my question about you going up top the press box, but I want to ask you about the secondary. You got Storm back. I was wondering kind of what went into him being able to play and how that affected your secondary, and also the play of Cam Kelly and how his emergence just kind of helped y'all's depth there moving forward.
Sure. With Storm, it was kind of one of those deals after the Virginia game. I just said, and Coach Brown said, hey, look, man, get healthy, and whenever that is, let's play. And he came to us on Sunday and said, hey, I think I can go this week. And so we kind of got him out there. I tell you, we got a great strength and conditioning staff, but I want to talk about AJ Blue, right, was working with Storm for the last, I don't know, whatever it was, 4 or 5 weeks to get him ready. So, you got to understand that Storm hadn't practiced much before last week. So to be able to go in a game, and I think he played 40-plus snaps at corner, it's not like playing, DN. He's running every play. To be in that kind of physical shape, to be able to go out there and physically do that, and I mean, that's a tribute to AJ and the work those guys did with him. But look, I think Storm is an elite player. We're a lot better when he plays. It allowed us to rest Tony some and allowed us to rest Kyler some, which made them more effective, I think. I think you always want to be able to play with 3 guys if you can, and I thought that was good. And I thought he played really well. Cam Kelly has really improved. He's really improved. He's a really bright kid, and so I think he's improved his communication back there. He's helped us, get lined up and kind of been a guy back there like Jeremiah is at linebacker to help us, coordinate things. And I think he's matured and he's focused, and he's really become a really good player for us. And he's got a knack for the football, right? He's a talented kid. So I'm really happy with both those guys.
And at safety, is it just a rotation of Kelly, Trey Morrison, Gio now? Is Jacorius playing any safety? Is he mostly nickel?
I mean, JQ's pretty much playing nickel. Trey's playing nickel some too. But yeah, I mean, pretty much those three guys are rotating and, kind of getting, 67%, I guess, of those two positions,
CL Brown, go ahead.
Jay, I just kind of wanted to get some more clarification on Storm. So when he came to you on Sunday, does that mean you were just you were going to plan on playing him a few snaps to get his feet wet again? Or was there any scenario outside of injury that you really thought, okay, he's going to have to play 40 plus snaps for us?
I mean, hey, he's a Duck. He can get his feet wet, right? So look, when Storm came to me and said, Coach, I'm feeling good physically, we practiced him. We saw if he, we kind of started off, Tuesday with some reps, more on Wednesday, more on Thursday. How do you feel? And he said he felt good, and we went into the game plan. I think he played the third series, and we were going to rotate him, and then he played like I think he's capable of playing, so he played more. So, that'll be the plan going forward.
And Coach Brown just mentioned the possibility, or at least the discussion has started in terms of trying to play too deep and maybe dedicating a series just to kind of get some more guys out there. Is that something where, do you do that individually? Like you target your groups or whatever, and you kind of get players reserves in the game, or is that literally a second unit that you would send out on the field that all plays together? So there's that continuity with it.
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't see us putting like the whole second team in quite yet. I think we're close to doing that. We're playing three corners, we're playing three safeties, we're playing two nickels. The D line is playing 7-8 guys. Coach DeWitt, Javon, all of those guys are playing a number of reps. We're moving Dez in and out. We're moving Rucker in and out. Eugene Asante's playing. Eugene Asante probably needs to play more. But Ced Gray and, Power came in for Gimmel. So, I mean, I think we're approaching that. I think what Coach Brown wants more from me and the rest of the staff is just a little bit better plan on early on, or getting those guys in so that when it comes to the fourth quarter, we can play the hot hand. We can be a little bit fresher. With the guys that are, for whatever reason, the starters are playing the most or whatever. So I think that's the goal, is to try to do a little bit better job managing the reps early, and get more of those guys playing.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Gregory Hall, go ahead.
Jay, when was the last time you recall coaching from the press box?
I think it was at Ball State in 2012.
And then I wanted to ask you, what have you learned about Storm through this whole thing with him, as far as only playing 4 games in the last 2 seasons when he kind of came out freshman year? I mean, you've told the story when you had to throw him out there, wasn't ready. Just what have you learned about him?
I mean, look, I love Storm Duck. The most frustrating thing, I'd say, has been physically, a kid who looks like he looks and runs like he runs, and when he's healthy, and not been able to get over the hump with this injury. But I think we're there now. And I think it says a lot about a kid. I think it says a lot about a kid who's got aspirations to play professional football, to come out and say, hey, Coach, I know I need to go, and I'm going to go do it with 4 games left. And that kid's a stud, man. So I'm glad he's with us.
Did you talk with him at all after the game, and what were those conversations like?
Just how proud I was of him. You know what I mean? I mean, like, for a long time, I have felt very, and you guys know this, I have felt very positive about the impact he would make on our defense, right? And like, you got to play who's eligible to play, right? Who's physically capable of playing. And so I knew when he was physically capable, he would come back and he would play really well, and that's exactly what he did.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, last question today, Luciano, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, hope you're doing well, and thanks for your time. Kenny Pickett has been one of the best quarterbacks in the nation throughout the season. What have you seen from him so far, and what is it that makes him so hard to defend?
Yeah, he's a tremendous player. I mean, first of all, I think we played him in 2019. I thought he was great then. So he just keeps getting better. You can tell he's got a great grasp of their offense. I think he's a great decision maker. I think he's super talented, you know, arm talent wise. And then I think the thing that separates him from a lot of guys that can stand in the pocket and throw it is his ability to move his feet and extend plays. You know, I think him and Sam are very similar. So, you know, he's a real challenge. You know, and I mean, you know, if you try to blitz him and you try to pressure him and try to play man coverage and stuff, I mean, the teams that have done that have gotten blistered. You know, so you got to really pick your poison with what you're doing. You know, you got to try to fool him a little bit, try to buy some time for the coverage with some different disguises and stuff. But he's really sharp. I mean, I think he's going to the line of scrimmage and handling the whole thing. And I couldn't be more impressed with him as a football player.
All right. Thanks, Coach, for a few minutes this morning. Appreciate it.